that. I see your legs shaking too. You a weak ass man.
It's 2021. I just finished all the content that Genshin Impact had at that moment. Shocker. Minus all the exploration, chest farming. When I am in my room and I run into this into your face thumbnail. Username? TechTone. Viewers were around 100 and something thousand. Mind you, at the time, my exposure to all Genshin Impact content, besides the game, were shot on TikTok. Random videos of masochists that fought the Oceanid using Barbara. You know, the usual. I click on the video out of curiosity, and 5 seconds in, I hear a white fat man talking about how a multi-million-dollar conglomerate, and I quote, took its long meat and raw dogged me, end quote. Great first impression, by the way, and I loved him immediately. He was a fresh air from all the other Genshin CCs, whom at the time I couldn't tell why I was drawn to him so much. He was a bit of fresh air from all of the Genshin CCs, whom at the time they were all the same, honestly. And I couldn't tell why I was drawn to him more than others so much. And the views clearly showed that I was not the only one that was interested in this slowly balding white man. From a man that went from describing male appendages every single chance he got, said every single slur known to man, the most loud. Honestly, I can relate to that one myself. Fam was just your typical tsundere. To a man that now listens to people when they talk, he apologizes. TechTone actually apologized and said that he was wrong. Who is more open with his audience more than ever, talking about crucial problems that actually occur in our normal day-to-day lives. Just a normal guy trying to enjoy his life and what he does, and I actually love him for it. Oh my god, am I a parasocial viewer? Nah! Whatever. Growth is something that happens when you choose to fight your demons and actually come out of the other end. It occurs when you choose not to give up and feel sorry for yourself and actually do something about your situation. And today I want to highlight just how out of all the Genshin CCs I've seen online, those that actually share with their communities, because it takes someone with some pretty thick skin on their sack area to willingly subject yourself to such online constant dynamic scrutiny from people who will naturally always find a way to make your life worse than it needs to be. This white man genuinely hid in real life character development. We all seen it. Seeing the men that you have been watching for years actually choose themselves and their well-being over being a bitter and spiteful person. Actually choosing peace over calling people the R-word every single chance he gets. I mean, he still does, but you know. Like I said before, Teki was hella different from other CCs. And not because he was this righteous man, this self-glorifying man, no. But because he actually felt real. For those that want me to elaborate, every single one, besides a few handful, one being M-Test, they all felt like that one host on a kid's show that had those creepy, wide, uncanny valley smiles. Yeah, that one. Although at the time I was a kid, I didn't know that the word that I was looking for was authentic. You knew what you were getting with the big bald man. And I loved that all the videos he would help people in his community with their accounts. And I loved that all the videos he would help people in his community with their accounts, they felt more fun than watching someone like X-Slice making his 1 millionth account review. Though that sentiment was not shared by everyone in the gacha community, I came to find out. My conversations with people in the community would go something like this. Me, hey, have you watched the latest Teki video? It was so funny. Them, ew, why do you watch that guy? Me, well, he's cool and I like him. Well, Real reason being, he said dirty jokes a lot, and I was not a hard kid to impress, honestly. But yeah, that's how it always went. People I would always try to talk to about him would always give the weirdest reasons as to why I was even worse than him for enjoying his content. Oh, he said that guy knew he's not a DPS. So, how does that impact you? I don't like how rude he is. Who has he been rude to? He was kicked out of other communities. Again, how does that matter to you? Long story short, I came to realize that the poor guy was hated for being his own person. Shocker. With all of those reasons that those people gave, I was starting to genuinely feel sorry about the future of the human race. If it ended there would be no issue, honestly. And if you clicked on this video, maybe you know what followed were some of the most unreasonable and unwarranted, heinous acts against an individual. Maybe it's because I'm from Pretoria, South Africa, and people here will force you to have thick skin with 2 C's, whether you want to or not. I'm looking at you, taxi drivers. But there is no way people are actually mad at a man on their screen who is kilometers away from them, that he said that he thinks that a video game character is fine as they are and they do not need buffs. That it's uncool to sexualize characters that look like children in any kind of media. That he said a game that he loves enough to literally spend a fortune on is not even listening to its player base.
Yeah, we're not spending 2. No, that's weak shit. Today, we're spending $500, and we're seeing how hard we get deep dicked by this banner, or perhaps it's Mahoyo's virginity.
That he did not even enjoy another culture's customs. The list can go on, people. But what tops all of this? No way they actually threatened the man's life by going to his house, taking a picture of his front porch, sending to him and saying that if you leave, we are going to kill him. Over a video game, mind you. And please understand that I'm being heavily generous here because I am not well informed enough about this situation to tell you just how vile the acts of these people went just to cause harm to this man. There are multiple videos out there that go through details. Point is, this dude gets hit for reasons like he said Shinhe is hot. I mean, she is.
Did I?
Yo, anybody else think Venti sound really hot?
In the past, he would turn pink and call people slurs, to realizing that honestly, you can't reason with an unreasonable person. Folks, that right there is character development. Several months later, I start to see him appear again on my feed. Only this time, instead of an aggressive thumbnail or of a white man in a beanie, it's the same white man, but slimmer, no beanie and a smile on his face. He no longer looked like he was carrying a boulder on his shoulders, but a guy that chose to keep the peace around him and look after the people that were there for him in his time of need. When he was going through a tough time where he felt the weight of the world weighing on him, dark thoughts of nihilism start to creep in. I am sure a lot of us can relate to that. But the white man did not go quietly into that good night. The man grinded his ass off to push past the dark days to a time where he was happy, bereft of anything that would make him waver. Excuse the glazing, but that was the sort of transformation that those who had a point of view of reference would be able to take notice of and think, damn, that's the same fat bald man. He was arrogant before, but it felt almost empty then. But now he's oozing positive energy and confidence. Confidence to not shake on his values and beliefs. Confidence to say Young Jin's singing was ass. Confidence to be able to appreciate his chat. that are there for him and confident to say, play, and critique what he wants. TLDR, the dude was just disappointed that the game that he had faith in to reach great heights wasted its potential. And he was called Hitler for it. He chose peace, and I respect that.